Excuse me. I'm doing YouTube video.
Okay.
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Thank you so much. What are your purposes?
Visiting. My dad speaks Japanese. He lived there for 2 years.
Which city does he live in?
He doesn't live there now, but we're gonna go visit Kyoto. We're gonna go visit Tokyo, Osaka, the normal ones that are popular.
Is this your first visit to Japan?
My first visit, yeah, but he's been a lot of times.
How long are you going to visit?
Like a week and a half.
Did you watch any YouTube videos to prepare for your trip?
I did YouTube videos and TikTok videos. Yeah, they're really helpful.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Probably all the architecture, the buildings. They're just really beautiful.
I'm from Kurashiki, which is between Hiroshima and Kansai, Osaka.
Okay.
So I hope you have some time to visit there.
Okay, what is it called again?
Okayama.
Okayama.
Okay. It's right in the middle of
Between Hiroshima and...
Yes.
Okay.
Are you visiting Hiroshima?
We are, yeah.
You are? Okay, cool.
So maybe we'll see it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Bye.
Excuse me, I'm doing YouTube videos. I'm looking for people who can answer my questions. Would you mind me asking some questions?
Okay.
This is for, thank you so much. Could you introduce yourself a little bit, please?
Hi, I'm an astronomer. I work in California, Santa Cruz, and I'm originally from France.
So where are you going?
I am going to Yokohama, which is just south of Tokyo, for a conference for a week. And I will be presenting some posters, and also I will be giving a talk on the accessibility of astronomy in emerging countries.
You live in California.
Yes.
You are doing transit here.
Yep. I actually used to live on the Big Island of Hawaii, and I will be returning to Hawaii right after my trip in Japan.
What are you looking forward to the most?
In my trip in Japan, I think it's going to be a gathering of international people from really all over the world coming to meet in Japan to talk about our respective research, and I'm really looking forward to the whole intellectual dynamic that comes with it.
So what do you specialize in?
I specialize on exoplanets, so planets that rotate around other stars than the sun, which are very diverse, a lot more diverse than the planets in our solar system, and that are especially interesting for the quest for life in the universe.
So you said you lived in Big Island before.
Yep.
So you were doing stars in the observatory in Hawaii Island?
Yeah, I was actually at the Subaru telescope, which is a Japanese telescope.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Japan.
Thank you very much. Have a great time.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm from California. My name is Jason, and I'm an engineer. I work in semiconductor manufacturing, and I'm coming to Japan because there's a big resurgence of semiconductor and electronics manufacturing in Japan. And so there's a lot of interest in rebuilding some of the industry that was lost to China and Taiwan in recent years. And so coming for business trip.
So is this your first visit to Japan?
No, I came once. It was actually part of my honeymoon when I got married, 1993. We came to Japan and then to China, Tsumawa Shukokujin. My wife is from China, so we came to Japan for 1 week, and then we went to China to celebrate with her family, and then went back to the U.S. So that was first time. And then I came again as a tourist in 2012 with my family, my wife and 2 daughters. And then I came again in 2016, 2017, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. So the last 5 times were business trips.
So do you like Japan?
Oh, I love Japan. It's incredible. Yeah, I think if I have to list 2 countries I've been to, Japan would probably be number 1. Very close with Portugal. Portugal's lovely. So Tsuteki. I really like Portugal. And Japan is also great.
What do you like about Japan?
Well, the food is incredible. The culture, I can in some way feel very relaxed here, even though I come in a very hectic schedule. It's a lot of work, very demanding schedule with customers and travel. But my time on the weekend is very relaxed. I do photography as a hobby, and there's so many interesting things to see and photograph in Japan, so I really enjoy my weekend time with my camera, alone, just walking around and taking urban, architecture and landscape and street photography and flower shows. I go to Ikebana, I go to Hatsubutsukan, the museums, and Bijutsukan, Dobutsukan. I went to the zoo last time I was there. And it's just very meditative. It's relaxing. The other thing I like is Japan's very safe. I can walk around on the street with my camera. No problem. Day or night, I don't need to worry about safety. Whereas in most U.S. cities, where I live in San Jose, the neighborhood is safe. It depends on where you're at. Like in my area, I can walk with my camera easily, but the central part of most major U.S. cities, you need to be a little careful. You don't want to just leave your camera walk. There's a good chance you'll get robbed. And of course, no guns. The U.S. has a very strange culture built around guns. So many guns in circulation. It's rare, but you never know when somebody's going to, some crazy person's just going to start shooting. And it's a little stressful, to be honest. You come to Japan and it's like that stress is lifted. I can just walk on the street and not have to watch my back. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's quite nice. It's very nice. Pros and cons. The U.S. has good qualities too, but that's one thing about Japan is just being able to walk around alone at night with my camera, take the street scenes at night, and not worry about getting robbed.
So what's your favorite Japanese food?
Okonomiyaki. Very much like Hiroshima style. I don't eat fish normally, but I like unagi. Grilled unagis. Oishi desu. It was really good. It came with it's grilled like a little pieces on rice. It's sort of a bento box.
Did you have it in Nagoya?
No, I had it in last time was in Kawasaki.
Okay.
And then the time before that, I went to a very nice, fancy unagi restaurant in Yokohama.
Yum.
Yeah, so that was good. So that's kind of a treat. Yeah.
Did you try okonomiyaki in Osaka too?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay.
I should try it.
Osaka has a little bit different style of okonomiyaki.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. The kind I had was told it was Hiroshima style. I keep going back when I'm here to go to the same restaurant. It's called Yoshida. It's in Yokohama.
Oh, okay.
It's a little hard to find. You have to little tiny door, and then you have to go upstairs through a little tiny door. Very nondescript restaurant.
Oh,
go in.
Like a hidden gem.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem. Yeah, it's really good, and it's usually not too busy. They have a English menu that's pretty good. So I don't really read Japanese a little bit.
But you've been studying so hard.
Nihongo wa benkyou suru.
Do you have any Japanese teachers back home?
I have a tutor that I meet just once a week.
Okay.
Yep.
In person? Not online?
Usually we meet in person if I have time, and so I meet her on a Friday after work. She's from Saitama, I think, but she's been in the U.S. for many, many years. So yeah, it's just somebody to sit down and practice with. Just 1 hour. I don't have time to really spend a lot of time on it. So, but for business, but mostly just for fun. It's interesting. I find I never really learned a second language, so I had some business trips, and I thought, well, it's a good opportunity to learn something. So I picked one of the hard ones, probably one of the hardest, and but I find it's just like I found part of my brain that I didn't know was there, because I never really studied. I had Spanish in high school, but I was a very poor student, so I didn't really learn. So now I'm nearly 61 years old and a little late, but it's okay.
Okay. So what's your itinerary like this time?
First, I'll be going to Hitachinaka, Ibaraki Prefecture.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I'll be going to Iwate.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably Yamanashi, which is great. It's a very beautiful area. Good wine. I'm very impressed. California, so I'm picky about wine.
Oh, yes.
But the wine I've had in the Yamanashi wine is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I was very pleasantly surprised. So Kofu, and then visit customers in Matsumoto, and then maybe probably go to Osaka, and then maybe Kumamoto, Kyushu. I've never been to the south part of Japan. Only furthest south I've been is Osaka. So that'll be my first time to go to Kyushu. So I'm hoping.
Will you be flying domestically or taking Shinkansen?
Yeah, my colleagues, when they go to Kumamoto, they usually fly. But probably to go to the other places, Shinkansen. Oh, that's another thing I really like about Japan. Such public transportation is incredible. In the U.S., it's almost required that you have a car. So there may be a few cities where you can get by without a car. San Francisco, pretty good buses. New York, Chicago. Of course, it's not always safe to ride on public transit, but if you're careful, usually it's okay. But outside of those major cities, Boston is okay. You can exist without a car. Most U.S. cities, like Los Angeles, for example, you absolutely must have a car. So most people have even 2 or 3 cars. It's very expensive. The insurance and the upkeep and the parking and the maintenance. I hate it. It's so nice to be in like Tokyo, Yokohama. Yeah. Just walk out and just get on the train or the bus. Very easy. It's complicated. It takes a few days as a newcomer to get used to it. But once you figure out how it works, it's very convenient. Benri.
Actually, my friends live in Irvine.
Oh, yeah.
Irvine, right. Orange County.
Orange County,
yeah. And I stayed at their place, and I was at a loss. We couldn't move anywhere, like, without a car.
Yeah, it's, I sometimes travel to Irvine for my work, and I always have to rent a car. It's impossible to get around there. They used to have some buses, but they've cut back the service to save money. Irvine, Newport Beach, Santa Ana, nice areas, great weather. Tenki desu ne. Perfect weather, but impossible to get around without a car. So that's very nice. The Shinkansen is amazing. It's just incredible. So California is building the system, but very, very slow. So they have some parts of it built already, but it'll be at least another 10 years, 15 years before it's running so slow.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great trip in Japan, and your business will be really successful.
Yeah, thank you very much.